The Mindful Life Practice.
Okay, perfect. Just so that I can keep an archive of all of them. I'll be the only face on the recording, so you don't need to worry about that. So drop into your still shape. And if it's comfortable for you, just let the eyes close. Start to breathe in and out of the nose. If it's more comfortable, you can breathe through the mouth. That's okay. Just whatever feels good. Start to bring your awareness inwards to your breath. Just notice how your breath feels and where it is in the body. Relax your jaw, let your tongue rest. Relax the space between the eyebrows. And slowly start to deepen your breath, bringing it deeper into the belly. As you inhale, feel your belly expand like a balloon. And as you exhale, feel your navel draw towards your spine. And as your breath goes deeper into your belly, try to make there be a little less movement in the chest. So we're dropping down into like a bit of a yogic breath. This deeper and fuller breathing will start to prepare us for our practice. So if you've been practicing with me since I started this yoga project, I started 4 days ago. Each day I've been focusing on a different chakra, or basically a different energy center in the body. So on day 1, we did the root. On day 2, we did the hips. On day 3, we did the core, which is the solar plexus. And now we're at day 5. Day 4, oh my God, I can't even count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Day 4, which is our heart center. So the heart center is the part of the body that, is all about love and connection. The physical yoga poses associated with the heart center are back bends. And the reason why I kind of want to focus on this area today is because I've been starting to feel through this whole yoga project like a lot of connection. Like here we are, I think we have about 12, maybe 13 of us in the room now, and we are spread out on like all these different continents. I'm all the way in the Middle East. Some of you are here with me. Some of you are in Canada, the States. Someone was in Malta today practicing. And what this experience is bringing together is like a really beautiful connection. Even though we feel maybe alone at times, isolating in our homes, we're like actually part of something much bigger. So if you would like, I'll invite you to take on the intention, which is that I am connected. I'm connected to my breath, my body, the feelings, sensations, or maybe just that I'm connected to this thing that is bigger than me. And if you have another intention for your practice, if that didn't resonate with you, if your intention is something more like, you know, I just want to stretch, or I just want to get stronger, or I'm just bored in my house and I'm looking for something to do, that's okay. But just identify what your intention is that has brought you here. So we're going to take one more round of breath in total stillness. And then we're going to start with a very gentle warm up. So we're going to draw our knees into our chest, open your arms into cactus arms, and then just drop both knees over to the right. Land your right palm on your thigh and then send your gaze over to the left. So this is a really gentle spinal twist. And the purpose of this is just kind of to warm up the body for our back bends. Take one more round of breath. And then release the right palm, draw the knees up. And then send the knees the opposite way. So they're going to go over to the left, land your left palm, gaze over the right shoulder. Come all the way back through center. You're going to interlace your palms behind the back of the head. We're going to do a tiny bit of core just to warm up. Yay. Everyone loves starting with core, don't they? So curl your chin up and you're going to lengthen through your left leg, tap your left knee to your right elbow, say for 3 and for 2. And then for 1, come all the way back through center and tap the opposite way for 3, for 2. And then for 1, we're going to keep moving like this. Curl and connect your core, turn on 3, 2, 1. And then curl and connect the opposite way. 3, 2, 1. Let's just do 2 more on each side. 3, 2, 1. You got it. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, and 1. Last one. Take both knees into the chest again, just release. And then land your soles of feet on the mat, land your palms onto the mat. And what we're going to do is inhale, lift the hips up into a bridge pose. And then exhale to lower back down. Keep going like this with this movement, inhaling to lift. So we're kind of creating a moving meditation, and then exhale to lower. 2 more, breath in, you lift. Breath out, you lower. Now this time, breath in, you lift, and keep your hips lifted on the exhale. Perhaps rolling shoulder blades under, lifting the hips up towards the sky, getting this nice deep stretch. Stay for 1 more round of breath. And then release your palms. Slowly lower each and every vertebrae, 1 at a time, down onto the mat. And then take your knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice little hug. We're going to rock up and over, crossing the legs, and then shifting our way back into a table. So when you find yourself in your table, your hands are underneath the shoulders, your knees are underneath the hips. And then as you breathe in, you're going to lift your heart and lift your chin. And then as you exhale, curl your spine, tuck your chin, and this is your cat. Let's keep going, rippling like a wave, inhaling. And then exhaling to curl. Keep moving like this, breathing in. And then breathing out. 1 more breath in. And then 1 more breath out, come back to center. So we're gonna do a similar core movement, letting your spine realign, but we're doing it in the table. Okay, so you're gonna extend through your right leg, keep your right hip level with your left, and then maybe lift the opposite arm, the left arm. This can be like tricky for balance sometimes. And if your balance feels off today, don't beat yourself up. I think we're all feeling a little out of balance at the moment. So either keeping that arm extended or leaving it on the mat. As you breathe in, you're gonna lengthen. And as you exhale, you're gonna curl and connect elbow to knee. And then inhale, extend. And exhale to curl. 2 more. And then 1 more. And come all the way back to neutral. Land the palm and land the knee. Take 1 cat-cow just to rinse it out, inhaling. And then exhaling before moving the opposite way. The left leg is going to extend, maybe lifting the opposite, finding your balance, navel drawing in, left hip level with the right. Breath in, stay extended, and then exhale, curl. Inhale, extend, and then exhale to curl. 2 more. And then 1 more. Just inhale, lengthen, land your right palm and land your left knee. All right, we are going to, actually, let's warm up the wrists first. So we're gonna sit the hips back onto the heels. This is kind of like a double thing. We're stretching through the soles of the feet. If it's too much for the soles of the feet, you can also come down here. But if you're okay up here, stay. Just take your arms in front of you, make some circles with the wrists. Maybe circle the other way. Give it a little wrist flick. And then come back down onto the mat. Take your palms and spread them so that they are like going out to the side like this. And then maybe you turn the full way so that fingertips are towards the knees. If that's too much for your wrists, back off. But if you're okay here, maybe you rock back and forth, just stretching. So especially in our Zoom yoga classes, since I'm not in the room, it's really important that you are your first teacher and you're really in tune and really aware with how your body is feeling, right? Because I can't see. So please make sure, like if something feels painful, back off. Pain is never good. If something feels uncomfortable, that's okay. But the point of yoga is to make us feel better at the end, right? To relieve our stress. And if we create more stress in the body, then that's just dumb. So be mindful and be aware. Okay, let's come all the way back through center. Walk your palms forward, tuck your toes and lift up to your first plank. Okay, so your core is engaging here. If your knees feeling lifted is like not an option, you can have knees down and get the same benefit. But if you're okay here in your full plank, I just want you to push the ground away, feel your navel drawing in, your core is turning on, and you have this long extension and this length from the crown of the head all the way through the heels. You might be starting to shake like me. If you've been in my other Vinyasa classes, you probably know what's coming next. This is my favorite sequence right now. So we're gonna lower onto the right elbow first, and then lower onto the left. Find yourself into a forearm plank, staying here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then on 1, your hips are gonna lower, your legs are gonna untuck, and you're gonna lift your gaze up. This is called Sphinx pose. And as your chest is opening, you're just breathing into the heart Take one more breath. And then tuck the toes, lift up. And then we'll do right palm first, left palm first, strong plank for 3 breaths. And then lift up. So now this is the point in the class when people are often like, oh my God, why did I come to yoga? The funny thing is that in Zoom, I can't really see your reactions. So I'm just gonna assume some of you are feeling that way. I'm feeling that way too, don't worry. We can do it. Ripple the heart forward into plank. We're taking the same sequence right away. So while you're in your plank, look at your palms, see that you're making L's with your index finger and thumb, that the rest of the palms spreading. You can lower the knees if that is more suitable for you today. Take one more round of breath. And then we're gonna take left elbow first, right elbow first, forearm plank, 3 breaths. You got this, you got this. One more breath. And then soften. Oh, open through the heart. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. One more exhale. Tuck the toes, lift up, forearm plank. And then we are going to transition again. Left palm first, right palm first, plank 3, 2, 1. Shift the hips up and back, down dog. Take one round of breath in your down dog, and then bend through the knees, gaze forward, step your feet up to meet your hands. We're gonna inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold, and then bend through the knees, sit into your chair in your Utkatasana. So in your chair, your knees are not shooting further forward than your toes. If they're out here, take them back. Sit the hips a little lower. Stay for one more inhale, one more exhale, and then press through the feet. Lift all the way up to stand with your breath in, and then exhale your palms into your heart center. As you stand in stillness at the top of the mat, connect to 2 things: the rhythm of your breath and the rhythm of your heartbeat. Then we'll carry on with our flow. Take an inhale, palms reach up towards the sky, upward mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale your way back to your plank. For the first vinyasa, we're all gonna land the knees onto the mat and then slowly lower all the way down, elbows drawn back. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale to lower. Shift back through a table, find your down dog. Keep your left toes where they are. Take your right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. And then just land your right toes. Take your left foot up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Land your left toes back down. Bend through the knees, gaze forward, hop or step feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair, bend through the knees, sit back. We're gonna stay here for one inhale, so we're moving a little quicker in our vinyasas. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale to lower, plant the palms, step your way back to a plank. Now this time, if you're a regular at yoga, I'm gonna invite you to move with your knees lifted. If you're not regular, land your knees and take it from the knees, okay? We're building strength in the arms, strength in the core. Lifting the heart up, lowering, and then shifting back to a down dog. Now this time, you're gonna inhale your right foot up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee, and then step the right foot between the palms. And if you need to use your hand to get the foot there, that's okay. And then press through both feet. Oh, coming all the way up to your crescent lunge. So have an energy and intention through the arms, a softness through the shoulders. Take a breath in. And then on your exhale, you're gonna hinge forward. Step your right foot back. And then flow through your vinyasa. And then we'll make our way to the opposite side. Inhale, left foot extends. Curl the left knee in. Step the left foot between the palms, lift up. So I normally don't move this quickly, don't worry. This is just our warm up. We're trying to get the heart moving. One more breath. And then hinge forward. Plant the palms, step back. Vinyasa. Bend through the knees, gaze forward. Step the feet up to meet the hands. Let's add on. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend through the knees, sit back, find your strong chair. Okay, from your chair, this time inhale, keep your arms extended. Take your palms into your heart center so your thumbs are in your heartbeat. Inhale, lift at the elbows, and then exhale, twist. Right elbow, left thigh. Gaze over the left shoulder. Sit a little lower for 3, for 2, and then for 1, inhale through center, and then exhale, twist the opposite way. Staying here for 3, for 2, and then for 1, inhale all the way back. Exhale, lower. Inhale to halfway lift. And then exhale, lower. Make your way back to a down dog. And if you want to take a vinyasa between sides, go ahead. I'm not going to. We will all congregate in our down dogs. And then right leg will lift up towards the sky, 3-legged. Draw your right knee in, step your right foot between the palms. Inhale all the way up to crescent. And then exhale, open to a warrior 2. So land your left heel, reach your right palm forward. Take an inhale to reverse the warrior. And then exhale, windmill both palms to the mat and frame the foot. We're gonna land onto the left knee, okay? Land it onto the left knee, left palm stays where it is. Take your right palm up towards the sky. And then either stay here, swim your right arm back, or maybe you come into a quad stretch, kicking your left heel, reaching your right palm to your left foot. Please be aware that this is like quite an advanced pose and you don't have to do it. Does not make you better at yoga. It literally, it's just a pose. So if your quad is saying no, then just don't bother with it. Let's release the foot if you have it, unwind all the way back. And then tuck your left toes and lift your left knee. Okay, we are gonna be rolling into a side plank. If you just wanna step directly to your plank, go ahead. And if you wanna do the side plank, you're gonna roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, wiggle your right foot to the side, take your right arm up, maybe staying here, maybe stepping your foot back to stagger, maybe it stacks, maybe it lifts, maybe you're like, what the F? Stay for one more breath. And then make your way back either through a vinyasa or to your down dog. One more of these warm-up flows and then we'll take a little break, okay? You got this. Left leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Draw your left knee in, step your left foot between the palms. Inhale all the way up. Come into your warrior 2. Have to tell you guys, when I normally teach yoga, I don't do a lot of the poses. I just tell people to do them and I watch. And so this is actually quite hard for me too. Let's inhale, reverse the warrior. And then exhale, come all the way up. Windmill palms to the mat, frame the foot. And then you choose whether you just step straight back or you flow into that side plank. And then we're all gonna congregate either through a vinyasa and into down dog, or I'm gonna sit back in child's pose and take a sip of water, take a breath. Once you drop into child's pose, rest your forehead on the earth. Take deep breaths. Let go of the effort and receive a bit of ease. Oh, I just realized we forgot something on one side. Okay, I will get you guys for that. We forgot a low lunge. Inhale, come all the way back up to your table. Step your left foot forward. We're catching that low lunge. So left palm reaches up towards the sky, and then either swim the palm back, or you come into the hamstring stretch, or sorry, the quadricep stretch on this side. How could I miss this quad stretch? Your quads would be uneven all day, would be terrible. Stay for one more breath. And then we'll release that. And then just step the left knee back. So come into a low plank now with your knees on the mat. So this is different than table when you're up here. With your low plank, you're a bit further forward, your hips are a bit lower. And we're gonna take 8 of our yogi push-ups, which is just like a tricep push-up. If you're hardcore, you can tuck your toes and lift your knees. I am soft core, I am not hardcore, so I'm gonna keep the knees lowered. And we're gonna draw the elbows back, that's 1, and then push the ground away and lift up. Now, you do not need to come all the way down on the ground for this. It's just like a halfway lower. And the goal here is to build strength in the arms. 4 more. 3, 2, and then 1, you got it. Lower all the way down. Take your palms alongside your hips. As you inhale, you're gonna lift your heart, lift your legs, draw your navel in, stay lifted here in this back bend for 3, for 2, and then for 1, lower and land a cheek. So second back bend, you can move through that exact same one we just did, or you can interlace your palms and then lift up this way. So palms are interlaced behind the back body, and then you're lifting your heart up. Staying here for 3, for 2, and then for 1, lower and land the opposite cheek. Now for a third back bend, you can take option 1, can take option 2, or if you want to kick your heels towards your bottom and take an upward bow, that is another option. Please just have this skillful awareness, you can kick back, on how your back body is feeling. And if it's telling you, oh, not today, then take one of the earlier options. The beauty of this is that we're all in our houses and no one can see. So your ego is not going to even get involved, right? Take one more breath. And then lower. Just rest your head. And then we're going to windshield wipe the knees from side to side. Come all the way back into neutral. Land the feet. Place the palms underneath the shoulders. You're gonna push up to a table. And then we're gonna come up to a down dog and do some core work in our down dog. If this doesn't feel accessible for you, you can always just come back to what we did previously, like this in the table, okay? But if you wanna come up for the core work, we are going to lift all the way up and then take your right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Take a breath in, and then ripple forward, knee into the chest, core plank for 3, for 2, and then for 1, inhale, lift all the way back. Your right knee is gonna tap the right elbow, come all the way forward, 3, 2, 1, you got this, and come all the way back. This time your right knee is gonna tap your left elbow, make a connection, 3, 2, if you want to, extend the right leg, land your left heel. This is a fallen triangle. I can't see if you guys got this. Let's roll onto the left palm and then come all the way up. Nice work, nice work. Bend through your right knee and stack the hips. And if you know how to do a wild thing, if you want to flip your dog, you can. So you come forward, land the right toes, and lift the heart. Again, they're all options. Do what feels good. Come all the way up. Right leg lifted again. Draw your right knee in. Step your right foot forward. I'm going to swivel around. You stay where you are. I just want to face you. Lift it all the way up and then come into your warrior 2. So once you land in your warrior 2, let's place the right hand on the heart and then the left hand on top. We've done a bunch of work for our arms. So give your arms a little rest and revisit your intention. I am connected, or whatever your intention might be. We're going to move through a bit of a mandala flow, a bit of circular flow. So take your palms back into your warrior 2, and then inhale, reverse the warrior, and then exhale the right elbow onto the right thigh, left fingertips go forward. Breathe in, lift up, reverse the warrior. Let's take 3 more of these. Exhale, land. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, right elbow. And then the last one, breath in. And then breath out, come all the way forward. You can choose your variation. You can stay with the right elbow. You can take the right arm up like you're holding this beach ball. That's a bit of extra challenge. And if you want to land your right palm, come into a bind, if that's part of your practice. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry. Just you do you. Let's take one more round of breath. And then slowly unwind, lift all the way back up. Give your right knee a rest, lengthen through the right leg. Hinge your left foot in a tiny bit so you shorten your stance. And then you're gonna breathe in and then exhale, hinge forward. Take your right arm alongside your right leg, coming into your Trikonasana. Now, I'm gonna give you an option. You can stay in your triangle, or you might rock forward, shifting weight onto your right foot and right fingertips. This is your half moon, your Ardha Chandrasana. There's no shame in holding onto a wall or a chair if you're feeling off balance. Please be careful, Mom. And if you want to kick your left heel towards your bottom and go into this sugar cane, that's an advanced option. Okay, you don't have to do it. Just an option if you're stretched through your quad, you're feeling open. Let's release that. Bend through the right knee, step all the way up. And then lengthen through your right leg. Turn all 10 toes to face the side wall. You're gonna take your heels in, draw your toes out, and then sit the hips back. Find yourself into a goddess squat. Nice. Take your palms up. Interlace your palms at the back of your head. Inhale, stay as you are. And then we're gonna take some lateral side crunches. So you're gonna draw your right elbow down and then lift all the way up. Then take the elbow the opposite way. So we are working on our obliques and we're not even doing a sit-up. Other side, lift up, standing core. Who's ever heard of that? We're going to take 2 more on each side. So right elbow, lift, and then left, and then lift. 1 more. And then lift. Nice. Come all the way up. Take your arms out. Press your palms to heart center. Sit a little lower. Let's stay for 10. You got this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Let go of effort. Receive ease. The body finds the middle. The mind starts to find the moment. We're going to turn our left toes to face the back wall. So we're doing a mandala flow. We're spiraling around the mat. That makes sense. So you're going to lift off of your right heel. And now you're in a crescent lunge with your left foot forward. Your right heel is lifted. Lift your palms up towards the sky. Now either stay in stillness or lower the back knee and then extend it to lift. 3 more hovering and then lift. 2. Nice work. And then 1. Take your palms into your heart center. Start to shift weight off of the right foot and find your way into a Virabhadrasana 3, a warrior 3. We're going to tilt all the way up to stand. Take 1 more balancing pose. Lift your right leg. Cross your right thigh on top of your left thigh. Crisscross. You're coming into an eagle. You can also just have the toes here. It's okay if you're off balance. I am too. And then maybe you wiggle your right arm underneath the left, gripping opposite shoulders or weaving arms together. You're all twist-tied in this uncomfortable pose. And as you hold it, remind yourself that you're not going to be in this pose forever. This too shall pass. Just like this chapter in your life, this will pass. And then inhale, lift everything up, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then exhale your palms at heart center and feel the juxtaposition of being all bound up and then being all stretched out. Letting go in order to receive. So we moved around the mat one way, and now we're going to move around the mat the opposite way. Inhale, palms up towards the sky. Exhale to fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And then exhale, lower back down. Either make your way straight back to down dog or take the Vinyasa Flow. I'm going to take a sip of water. And then we're going to take that flow on the opposite side. Okay, so left leg lifts up, 3-legged dog. Draw your left knee into your chest, core plank. Inhale, extend. Left knee taps left elbow, staying for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, extend. Last one, draw your left knee in, tap your right elbow. Now maybe you extend the leg all the way out, lifting the right arm up. Slowly unwind back, land the right palm, and then lift all the way up and back, 3-legged dog. If you want to flip your dog, flip your dog. Getting this heart opener, expanding towards the sky. Come all the way back through center. Step the left foot through. You guys are doing awesome. Land your right heel. Find your warrior 2. Land your left palm. Land your right palm. Now, can you let this pose be a bit of active rest? So how can you rest in the pose? Maybe you back off through the bend a little bit. Maybe you close the eyes. Try to soften the breath. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, and then unwind the arms. Let's flow, inhaling, reversing a warrior. Exhaling, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Two more, breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. And then breath out. This time you land. Stay here, take your variation. Maybe you're reaching towards the mat, maybe you're going for a bind. Remembering that the practice of meditation is just being present with everything. Even the discomfort, even the challenges. Release that, lift all the way up. Come all the way back, give your knee a rest. Wiggle your right foot in. And then as you inhale, stay. Slowly reach forward, clock into your Trikonasana. I just realized something. I was saying earlier that my mutual friend, Madison, had come to my first yoga class ever. I just realized Em Hoffman was in my first yoga class ever as well. She's also here in this class. That was 2014, 6 years ago in Canada. So you're also my longest yoga student, Emma. Okay, if you want to stay in Trikonasana, you can, or you can shift weight onto your left foot, left fingertips, lift your right leg up. This is your half moon, your Ardha Chandrasana, so right hip is stacking on the left. And maybe you kick the heel towards the bottom, coming into your sugar cane. That is just an option, just a variation. Listen to what your quads are telling you. Your body knows what it needs. Take one more breath and then step back. Turn the toes in. So heels are in, toes are out. Find yourself in your wide-legged squat again. This time we're gonna have hands on the thighs. Inhale, stay. And then exhale, curl the shoulder in. Breathe in, lengthen. And then exhale to curl. One more of each. Curl. And then lengthen to curl. Come all the way up. Hands at heart center. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. You got it. You're all the way up. Take a deep breath. Turn your right toes to face the wall. Bend through the right knee. Lift off of your left toes. Spiral so that you're facing now the back of the mat. And then bend through the left knee. Lengthening all the way up. You can also just take stillness, just a little bit of extra power for your back leg. 3 of these. 1 more. All the way back. Start to shift weight onto the right foot. Lift all the way up into your warrior 3. Hands can be wherever here on the hips and the heart center. Find a drishti point or somewhere to focus your gaze. Stay for 1 more breath. And then slowly tilt all the way up, bend through the right knee, cross the left ankle on top of the right. Find yourself in your eagle squat. Arms interlace. Sit back, 3, 2, and then on 1, unwind everything. Lift all the way up. Take your palms into your heart center. Thumbs connect to your heartbeat. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. I'm just going to turn so that I'm facing you so you can see what I'm doing. You're going to step your feet wide to the width of your mat. Heels are in, toes are out. Bend through the knees. Sit into your squat. If this is not comfortable for you, if your groin is a little tight, you can also be like here in this butterfly, okay? This is another hip opener. If you want, if you're someone that practices crow and you want to explore your crow pose, you're landing your hands, lifting your knees, and then just playing around, go ahead. If you don't regularly practice crow, I'm going to suggest that you just chill with me in this squat since I'm not in the room with you and I can't see. But if you have done crow before, feel free, go ahead. Let's take one more round of breath as you are. And then just slowly lift the hips all the way back up, wiggling your toes back together. Take your palms to opposite elbows and rest in your forward fold. We're gonna meet all the way back in your down dog. So you decide how you get there, inhaling halfway lift, exhaling, lowering. You can just step back to down dog, or you can take a vinyasa. And then we're all gonna meet up on our back bodies. So you're gonna land your knees and then slowly roll over the feet. Come to sit on your back. You're balancing on the sits bones, you're lifting the feet up, lengthening through the arms. Just stay in your boat for a breath. And then slowly lean back, hovering for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and then 1 to lower. Step your feet back up. Feet are underneath the knees now. So we're gonna finish off with one more back bend. If you wanna come up to your full wheel, if full wheel is part of your practice, feel free. If you wanna come up to your bridge, you can also take your bridge, pressing through the feet, that's what I'm gonna do. Lift your hips up, press through the palms, roll your shoulder blades under, interlacing the palms, pinky side down. And then just expand through the heart. And maybe check in with how your body's feeling. This was one of the first poses we did at the start of the practice. And now it's the last pose we're ending with. So how does your heart feel? Has it expanded? Has it stretched? Has anything shifted or moved? Taking one more breath in, one more breath out, and then just release your grip. Lower each and every vertebrae, one at a time on the mat, and then your hips land last, and then you rock out the shoulders. Feel your spine reconnect, breathe in, and then breathe out. Okay, we're gonna finish off with a couple of stretches to kind of unwind. So for the first one, take your right ankle, cross it over the left thigh, flex the right toes. Either stay here or lift the left leg off, interlacing the palms on the left thigh or maybe on top of the left shin. And then just send your breath into the right hip crease. This is a part of the body where we hold and we carry a lot of our stress. Just kind of let whatever shows up for you show up. Taking deep breaths in, and then as you exhale, getting rid of tension. Breath in, and then exhale, tension. Land the left foot, land the right foot, and then just switch the opposite way. So left ankle crosses, flex the right toes. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you move into your deeper edge or variation of the shape. Take one more full breath in, one more full breath out. And then just release your right foot, release your left foot. Draw your right knee into your chest. Lengthen your left leg long on the mat. And we're gonna move into a spinal twist. So you're gonna draw your right knee across, open your right arm like a cactus, gaze over your right shoulder. Take one more breath in, one more breath out. And then lift all the way up. And then switch your twist the opposite way. So left knee draws in, right leg extends, and then draw your left knee across the body. I'm going to take the knee all the way up to center. Draw both knees into the chest. Give your body a nice little hug. In this moment, just check in with your body and your mind. We did a little scan of the body at the start of the class. Let's do it again now. Just see, has anything shifted? Has anything opened? Where's your heart feeling? And then when you are ready, you can slowly make your way into either a shavasana with your shoulders plugged in, your legs lengthened, toes relaxing, or you might come up to meet me in a seated meditation, your choice. If you haven't already during the practice, just make sure that your phone is away from reaching distance, that it's silent, so that these last 4 or 5 minutes can be just exclusively for you. For the last 50 or 55 minutes, you have been doing the work on yoga. And now is the time to let yoga do the work on you. your fingers and your toes a little wake up wiggle. Run a nice long stretch from the fingers all the way through the toes. Curl your knees into your chest. Give yourself another little hug. And then you're gonna make your way up to a seated shape, if you're not already there. And we're gonna take our palms into heart center. Thumbs connect to our chest. Shoulders relax down, and then just for one more time, connect to your heartbeat. As you connect to your heartbeat, you're connecting to the heartbeats of everyone. Knowing that you are a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop. We close with an intention, an ancient intention, perhaps the original intention, been passed from heart to heart, year after year, that our yoga practice remains steady, that our efforts be continuous, and that our yoga be of service and benefit to all beings everywhere. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be free. And may the thoughts and actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. So we're going to finish our practice with an Om sound. And if you want to join in, we're going to inhale, exhale, and then inhale through to make the Om. So take a breath in. And then take a breath out. Inhale. Thank you guys so much for sharing the space and the practice. Om Shanti Shanti Peace. Namaste.
The Mindful Life Practice.